Hello guys, welcome back here to the Mopar Nationwide Series. We're here back today at Daytona International Speedway for the second time this season under the lights here in Daytona Beach, Florida for the running of the Subway Firecracker 250. And it's going to be crazy nonetheless, but we'll have to wait and see what happens around here. And hopefully we don't have too many wrecks, but nothing can be promised. So we have to wait and see what happens. So we're ready to go around this 2.5 mile super speedway plate track for 24 laps, and we go to the back stretch. And on the pole today, and I believe for the first time this season, is Ryan Juke, I want to say. Yes, it is Ryan Juke here in the 14, the Kansas winner, on the pole. Ready to see what he can do today in that 14 car. And I forgot to put that back up. But expecting a lot of crazy things to happen, as Ryan Juke is a two-time winner already this season, and only 9 starts, I should say. So he has a lot to prove once again that he can win races in the series, even though he's not racing for points really for the championship, but out here racing as hard as he can to try to get another win. On the outside of him is Jake Rogers in the 12 car, looking to try to break through this season. He's had a miserable season so far, 35th in the standings, and being 35th, not really that fun, so Jake's trying to get a victory today for Penske. Row 2 has the defending winner of this race, Dillon Young, in the 64, driving his mom's tribute car, the Dillon Young car, and hoping to try to go back-to-back this season here at Daytona after winning last season in a photo finish. A very boring finish that was, I remember now, but Dillon Young hasn't won again, or has not won since that race, so Dillon's trying to go back to victory lane for the first time in a season. On the outside of him as a driver is trying to get a top 10, has struggled a lot since joining the series as Tim Walsh in the 77, looking for a breakout race. Row 3 has Seth Cole and last week's winner James Qualls, who finally got to victory lane in the Mopar Nationwide Series after winning last weekend at his home track at Kentucky Speedway. Row 4 has Ryan Acosta in the 09 and the 7 of Joshua Collar to his outside. And round out the top 10 is Chris Kyle, a former winner of the season, and Aaron Williams Jr., a two-time winner this season in the 33. Aaron Reed, the points leader coming into today's race, has a big-time gap to make up. He is starting really far back, I believe in the 34th position. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Aaron, if he can work his way up before a big one happens. But I'm going to quit blabbering. We'll get ready to go racing.
Just like I told these boys in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is just everybody carries the weight.
To roll on by.
We'll be just fine at the end of this thing.
And there was a pace car in the field is starting to move.
Field, bud.
And as the field is rolling by, we're going to take a look at the starting lineup for today's Subway Firecracker 250 here at Daytona for race number 18. We are back as the pace car is leading the field around. A couple of drivers, one to win. Ryan Juke won to win for the third time this season, which would be a series high this season if he can break the tie with a couple other people. And Jake Rogers just trying to break through to victory lane. Jake hasn't won a race since last season at I think it was Road America, I believe. Or no, it was Montreal. Last season Jake won when he drove the 81 car. So Jake's trying to get back to victory lane and try to get his season going. Dillon Young trying to defend his crown, and Tim Walsh trying to also become a first-time winner this season as well in the 4th position. Pace car's already off. The green flag is out. 25 laps of racing here at Daytona is underway. Like I said, 3 wide has been kind of iffy when stuff happens, so we have to wait and see when that happens, which is not waiting not too long, as as I am already screwing up my commentating and it's getting late, so sorry if I messed up a lot during the race. Dillon Young was the first victim in the middle. Now Tim Walsh back there in the 77 has been stuck in the middle as Ryan Juke at the moment is leading the race. Seth Cole is making a charge on the bottom there in the 52 with help from Chris Kyle in the Penske Racing Machine. Like I said, you gotta be careful with 3 wide. You guys get, it's basically the middle line. These cars just start rubbing doors with the inside car and just causes wrecks, and that causes big wrecks, especially if you have it toward the front. As the first lap is going to be led by the 52. Now Chris Kyle is going for that spot on the inside as Seth led the first lap. Here comes Joshua Mudd in the 8 car driving the Oreo paint scheme this week. I know it's December and I'm running this race, but mostly everybody's running patriotic looking paint schemes, the NASCAR Unites themed paint schemes mostly. So most of them are running stuff that are Daytona related cars. As Mudd now is the new leader, but here comes Ethan Hamill in the 9. Making a charge with Mike Becker behind him. Oh, I don't like how close these guys are getting behind them. They're making it work right now. I've tested this a few times and they've wrecked almost every time, so hopefully it won't happen. I'd like to see them race for a while, so we don't stay under caution the whole race. Now Ethan Hamill will lead the lap. Another driver joining early in the season, not full time. Missed the first few races. Replaced the Cole Daly driver who's now over at the 32. So that's one of those one-time deal things, but Ethan won at Darlington, and just like Ryan Juke has excelled so far since he got his chance of this ride, and now we got the 34 behind him. That's a Monster Energy car, but it's James McLeod, not Cody Lamas. McLeod's trying to go for the lead. Ethan blocks him. So we continue on right here. Zohar Munn's worked his way up to 3rd. He's won, I think, 3 poles this season, I believe. Zohar's been on a roll in the qualifying side of things. Got that win he finally needed, and now looking for more. He got kicked to the high side. James McLeod is going after Ethan Hamill for the lead, and that's the Jurassic Park paint scheme of Trent Dunham right in behind that 34. Oh, and Danny Wells going to kick him into the middle. Ryan Acosta in the middle. There's Anthony Curry up in the points there in that gel Pennzoil paint scheme. Danny's up there as well in points. He's came in here 9th in the point standings. That's James McLeod. We haven't got to see this a lot this season. He's on a bit of a roll lately. He got in 3 straight top 10s after struggling the first few races and just trying to get around here and try to win a race. Right now he's right in front of Danny Wells, Alex Jones at 31. I think he's worked his way toward the back and up to the front now. Got help from Joshua Osborne. Danny Wells is trying to get the lead from McLeod, who leads his first lap of the night. It's going to be a lot of lead changes, and these guys are being very patient right now, which is very amazing. But with the view behind the top 2, you see nothing but just 3 wide racing, as I screwed up right there. There's Osborne, but these guys have to be very careful, because one driver slips up and hits a car on the bottom lane, who's in that middle lane or whatever, half the field is going to be in big time trouble. As a couple of Roush cars have worked their way up to the front, Sean Henley's getting help from his teammate Charles Jackson, but now he's going to go to the middle. Oh, they make contact. Oh, and Sean turned. Oh no, Charles turned Sean. And there's the big one. Maybe, maybe not. They're still wrecking. Oh, Joshua Mudd just got hit by Cody Lamas. Rhett Yates is in it. Zohar Mudd. Steve Gonzalez. Rhett Yates is flipping. Aaron Reed, the points leader, is in it. There's the 18. And he just talked about Charles and Sean working together, and they get each other wrecked. Really, Charles just turned Sean. I just lost words. I couldn't even talk right there. The caution flag is out. Did Ryan Duke get a piece of it? He was up there leading. There's like Ryan Acosta on pit road. Luke Walker is on pit road, one of the dominant drivers here at Restrictor Place in this series. And there's the points leader, Aaron Reed. The bad qualifying effort looks like it's going to bite him right there. Ethan Hamill, who was up there as well, he got involved, who was leading. There's Brody Banta. I think he has a little bit of damage with Rhett Yates. Mike Becker, second in the points, is involved. Wow. Actually, Becker came in 7th in points, but Becker, I think, is out of the race. Joshua Mudd, Cody Lamas in a wreck. And at the line, Alex Jones was the leader. Look and see if anybody else has damage. Trent Dunham has rear end damage. John Henley has rear end damage. I don't know how much rear end damage is going to affect them, but Charles Jackson turned his teammate Sean Henley. They were working their way to the front. Just when I was bragging about them working together, Charles turned Sean. I don't know how that's going to go over with those two. Daniel Hummel might have a little bit of it. Looking through here again. Chris Kyle has a little bit. Aaron Reed, Tim Walsh might have a piece of it as well. We'll have to wait and see though. But the points there, Aaron Reed involved in the wreck. That's going to be huge as these guys are making pit stops. Before pit stops begin, we're going to go and check the replay out and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day. Alright, here's what happened. Sean Hindley was in front of Charles Jackson right before this, and he's jumped to the middle. And looking, Charles, I don't know if Sean, I think Charles actually went up and bumped into Ryan Acosta, and then he actually hooked his teammate in the process. Ryan Acosta nowhere to go. Dunham gets hit. Ethan Hamill, Zohar Munn, Mike Becker nowhere to go. Joshua Mudd right here. Chris Kyle. Everybody on the outside is in trouble. Seth Cole gets a piece of it. Michael Norman got a scrape. We'll keep an eye on this and check the wreck up there. And Ethan Hamill is up on his side. No, it's Trent Dunham. Dunham was up riding the wall. Back here some more. Michael Kazi slid by. There's Brody Banta spinning. Tim Walsh back here with Mike Becker. Somebody else. There's Richard Johnson. Second in the points coming into today's race. He also got a piece of it. We're trying to find as many angles as we can because the angles are going to be bad. You see Trent up there riding the wall in the 24. Probably faster if I find him this way. Oh, there's Joshua Mudd, Sam Young, and James Qualls got together. Sent Mudd just going up. I almost said Mudd slinging up the wall. Cody Lamas had gone through the right, had nowhere to go because the 8 car, Rhett Yates' own teammate, hit Mudd. So Harmon, there's Steven Gonzalez getting a piece of it. Ogo got through. I think Justin Williams did. Aaron Reed was good until right there. Luke Walker hit Cody Lamas. There's Reed, like we said. Michael Kazi got a piece of it. I don't know about Galligan and them back here. I think Galligan's okay. And Johnson just spun. Same for Tim Walsh and Brody Banta. And the track is just littered with cars as we just continue to look at some of these replays. Trying to find some more angles of it. Rohit Vaderview, how lucky he was. Anthony McCurry, look how close that 38 car was. That was third in the standing, getting through there and slipping by. I think Seth Cole got a piece right there, as we said. And again, look at Trent riding the wall for a little bit. And there's Cody Lamas. He'd gotten through the wreck, it looked like. Him, Rhett Yates, and some of these other Steven Gonzalez look all clean. And then the 8 car got wrecked, and these guys had nowhere to go. Caused a huge mess right here with a few other cars, including the points leader, who we thought got through this wreck until this part. I believe Aaron got through the first part. Jake Rogers back there, Seth Cole around the wall, Dillon Young's back there, Ryan Juke. All these guys are up at the front, lost the ground and fell back. Rhett Yates almost flipped over. But that's going to really jumble things up, as we're going to have to go and see what happens on pit stops now, as a lot of contenders were taken out early in this race, as Alex Jones will lead him down pit road for the first time today. Alright, we're under caution still, and we're waiting for these guys to come down to pit road. Cars are entering, and we'll check this view. Looks like Ryan Acosta is just going to stay on the lead lap in the 09. He's leaving pit road. I don't know if he might get stuck behind the pace car. That could be interesting. And Jones actually has the first pit stall. I don't know how he has that. Ryan Juke's the pole sitter, but Osborne looks like he just did fuel only in the 81. He's out. And just like that, we have a new leader, Rohit Vaderview, Jack Richards, his teammate, Michael Norman. Oh, there's almost contact. Look at all the Turner Scott's cars right there. We saw Jones, Carpenter, and McLeod. And here comes the rest of the field rolling out. As some cars are still getting damage repaired from that accident over in turn 3 and 4. And a lot of drivers will be having a rough night already getting going. And there's one of the cars that got wrecked at the beginning, Sean Hindley. Not what he was looking for, and all these other drivers not looking for today. As we'll now take you back to the restart, I should say. Can't talk today, guys. I apologize, but we'll take you back to the restart here, as I believe Joshua Osborne is the new race leader in the 81. Alright, we're back as we get ready for the restart. Ryan Acosta actually went back down pit road, but since he's a lap down now, he will be on the inside. I think he was trying to get out of the way of the leaders, but he'll still be up here once again. And cars that have dropped out of the race are as follows from that wreck: Cody Lamas, Michael Kazi, Joshua Mudd, Luke Walker, Mike Becker, 7th in the standings. Aaron Reed, the points there, end up 37th today. Chris Kyle, Rhett Yates, Ethan Hamill are out of the race, and the 09, like we said, Ryan Acosta is in 33rd, 1 lap down. But we have 32 cars on the lead lap as we're getting close to halfway. Top 10 rundowns we go. Joshua Osborne is your race leader. Rohit Vaderview 2nd, Jack Richards 3rd, Michael Norman 4th, Alex Jones is 5th, followed by his teammates Randy Carpenter 6th and James McLeod 7th. Sam Young is 8th. Austin Ogo is 9th, and Daniel Hummel I believe started dead last, is now in 10th. Green flag is back out. I don't know how slow the 09 car is going to be. We're about to find out. I don't think he doesn't have a lot of damage. I think he's had some door, or just some side damage on that Brad Racing 09. We'll have to wait and see. Jack Richards taking a chance with him right now, poking behind the 09 in that 20 car. Right now it looks like he's actually off the pace though, because the 11, the 88 are sliding right by on the outside just by themselves. And now they're going to try to go to the high side. Richard is trying to get away from that 09. The top three are trying to pull away. As Michael Norman is now going to the inside of row 8 Vaderview for second. And they're really spaced out. The top three are gone. The 09 must be off the pace. Now he's holding up a couple of these Turner's cars and Danny Wells as Joshua Osborne continues to lead. And Justin Williams back there in the 29 is peeling off the pit road. I don't know if something's wrong with the 29. I don't know if he's involved in the wreck or not, but Williams is coming and bringing that RCR car down to the pit road. I don't know if something happened. Their steam exhaust. He's off the pace. So Armand, there's Sean Henley, who's trying to keep the draft. I think Sean and Trent are in the same boat. Trent was riding the wall, and he's still up in the draft. I think Sean just needed drafting help, though. That's the problem for the 6 car. And they're still trying to maneuver around the 09 as the field's getting separated. But at the front, it's the 81 still Joshua Osborne, who's looking for his first career win. And Osborne came into today's race running 31st in the standings, so could use a good run so far for this rookie this season. We haven't really talked about Osborne a lot. Driving that digital camouflage paint scheme on the 81 car. Brando holding off a couple other rookies, Michael Norman and Rohit Vaderview. Vaderview a winner already this season over in Boston, I believe. So he got his win this series. Now he's trying to get back up in the hunt for the championship. He came here 10th in the points, trying to gain some more ground. There's a lot of points out there right now with Aaron Reed being out of the race, Mike Becker also being out of the race. Alex Jones is 4th in the standings coming into today's race. He's right here in 3rd place. Jack Richards, Daniel Hummel. Look at the run the 60 car's getting. We haven't really talked about Daniel. He was up there in the points earlier on in the season. He's kind of fallen back lately. He's actually 21st in the standings coming into today's race, and that basically American flag just theme car. There's not really a sponsor on it, but Hummel definitely is trying to get his momentum turned back in the right direction that he had earlier on in the season. Right now, it's running good. Right now in the top 10, running strong right now. Last player James Qualls is up in the battle. He's up behind Anthony McCurry, who's really been one of the harder drivers, I believe, at 38. McCurry slowly just worked his way up in the top 10 in points. He came in 3rd in points. Huge points opportunity today for that 38 team of Anthony McCurry, another rookie, running well. Right now, falling right behind Danny Wells, the defending champion. Danny, another driver, could take advantage of points, as well as his teammate Michael Norman, 8th and 9th in points. I mean, there's still a few drivers out there that can make up ground with Aaron Reed's problems today. And I'm surprised how well that 81 car's actually held the lead right now. Looking back in the second group, Dillon Young, Jake Rogers, Charles Jackson, Sam Young. Go back a little bit more of these guys. And you see the field's still separated a lot. There's Justin Williams. I don't know what happened to the 29, but he is on the tail end of the lead lap in 32nd. Don't know exactly what happened. These guys are racing hard back there for second. Once again, these guys can't get around the 81 car, it looks like. It's now Randy Carpenter is going to try to take his shot at the 81 with help from his teammate James McLeod. But Osborne just right now maintaining that lead. He's doing a great job right now protecting it. It's a great opportunity for these drivers to get a first time or have a first win in the series. A place like Daytona is a way to go and try to win at a plate track. Like I said, last season, Dillon Young got his first win in this race. He's actually up in the front pack right now. He's in the back of it in that 64. And look who just worked their way up the middle. We just out of nowhere. There's Sean Galligan. Where did he come from? The Richmond winner. Looking to do good. Oh, as soon as I said something, and he's wrecked. Sorry, Sean. Jack Richards is flipping. Carpenter's in it. And here comes the second pack getting in it. Brody Bantis slammed. Xavier Livingston. Trent Dunham's in it. Seth Cole. I think Anthony McCurry got a piece of it. There's Xavier Livingston. Jack Richards. There's Qualls. And Trent Dom just slammed into it. There's McCurry. He has damage. And the second time I started talking about somebody, there was a wreck. That's crazy how that just happened. They were fine all during that. There's Galligan. He's gonna have that same rear end damage as basically Trent Dom and Sean Henley had. I don't know how he's gonna stay up at the front, but as soon as I said something, he got jinxed. So that's not gonna be good for the 3 car, and we're under caution again with a lot of cars involved in that one. Definitely gonna be taken out. A lot of front runners as well. But Joshua Osborne, he kept the lead during that whole entire run. We'll see what happens if these guys have to take pit stops or whatever. We'll find out now. As we're going to check the replay out and see what brought out the second caution of today's race. Alright, we're going to take a look here and see what happens. As Galligan's in the middle between McLeod and Chris Dollerton. And Dollerton, I think Dollerton actually gets hit by Jack Richards up into Galligan. And they just hooked until they got to the apron. Galligan's going to go sliding up the track right in front of Jack Richards, who started the wreck. Randy Carpenter's trying to follow his teammate through. He gets pancaked in the wall. James Qualls tips Jack Richards over. Anthony McCurry ran the back of Qualls. So there's third in the standings involved in a wreck today, as Richards goes for a tumble. Richard Johnson, second in points, slips by. Xavier Livingston, nowhere to go. Oh my god, Tim Walsh and Aaron Williams, how did they get through that? And Cole Daly. And Joshua Collar missed Jack Richards, and there's Brody Banter that got slammed into the 20 by the 52 Seth Cole, and Trent almost got through the middle between the 51 and the 52, I believe, and Trent got involved. There's some close calls for some of those guys, but wow. Saw the second in the points, just dodged a big-time bullet. Richard Johnson. Anthony Curry got involved. So we'll have to wait and see what happens now. That was huge for that 28 team. Looks like his bad luck on the Cup side is giving him good luck on the Nationwide side, apparently. But we're under caution again for the second time today. We're going back and check, I'm going backwards now. We're going to see if they do pit stops now and get ready for another restart here at Daytona, as we're about to reach the 10 lap to go mark. And we are back as they are making pit stops once again. And Osborne's going to lead them down. Justin Williams actually managed to stay on the lead lap. He was about to get put a lap down, and Williams will be back on the... He's actually going to be back with the field, so Williams is back in this as McLeod takes gas only. And he's going to take the lead. He's going to edge out his teammate Alex Jones. Osborne dropped to third, and here comes the rest of the field. Oh, Cole Daly just got turned coming out of pit road. He just going to lose a few spots in the 32. So everybody else peels out and leaves. We'll have to wait and see what happens now as we get ready for the restart here at Daytona. Alright, we're back. And getting text messages like crazy. Thank you, James. But as we get ready for the restart, we check the drivers that fell out of the race after that accident. Xavier Livingston, Jack Richards, James Qualls, Trent Dunham, Brody Banter, Seth Cole, and Zohar Minder out of the race. As we have 25 cars on the lead lap. And we're going to have an interesting couple of laps here to end this race. James McLeod is leading here in that Monster Energy 34. He's got his teammate Alex Jones right behind him, and Joshua Osborne, who was dominating that last run, is now third as Alex Jones, he's blocking Osborne for his teammate, and the green flag is back out. But that might not be that smart. McLeod's going to have to go up there and get with his teammate and try to leave the 81 hanging. They better hope Alex clears that 81 car. Not going to. McLeod's going to have to leave his teammate out to dry. We have 5 laps to go. Next time might be 4 to go. McLeod going to have to try to do what Osborne did and try to hang on. Either just try to keep that lead, or he's going to have to hope for a caution. Look back there, Chris Dollerton's making it 3 wide, trying to get up to second. He's going under Norman. And here comes Dollerton. Right, he's up behind his teammate Joshua Osborne. McDonald Racing Team right there, running second and third at the moment. This is a great run for that team. Daniel Hummel's up here, Danny Wells. Jones is still up here, and the defending winner, Dillon Young, is still among this front pack, has a chance to win it, as we have 4 laps to go, as James McLeod is leading. Osborne trying to draft him, try to pull away. Oh, he's going to make a move. He's not waiting. Here comes Osborne to the inside of McLeod for the lead. He's got his teammate Chris Dollerton coming up behind him. That's exactly who you want to see. Actually, Dollerton, well, I think he's trying to get draft from McLeod. And now Osborne trying to block McLeod. Here comes Dollerton to the inside. They're boxing the 34 in. He's going to drop back low, and McDonald Racing going to be 1-2. Alex Jones is almost up to his teammate again. They got Daniel Hummel in between them. And now Danny Wells and Dillon Young are working hard on the bottom. Rohit Baderview and Richard Johnson is up in the front pack after missing that wreck. Richard Johnson has an opportunity to win this race and probably take the points lead away from Aaron Reed. How about that? He's running in 10th place. Osborne has the lead as we have 3 laps to go. McLeod is trying to go back on the outside. He has help from Daniel Hummel. And now Alex Jones is going to kick him out of the line. Here comes his teammate to help McLeod. Oh, there's a slow car up here. That's Cole Daly, another Turner car. Oh, it's going to hurt the bottom if he comes up. Ooh, this could be bad. Actually, they might. Oh, it's going to cause a wreck. And oh, they didn't wreck. They saved it. That just killed Hummel, Johnson, and Rohit Baderview, as well as Michael Norman. I don't know what the 32 was doing. That was a bad time to come back out on the track for Cole Daly. But with Daly out of the way, there's only about 6 cars that are battling for it. As Danny Wells is taking the lead away, Osborne got passed by his teammate Chris Dollerton. And now Wells is leading. Dillon Young is in 2nd place. He is in the exact same position he was in a season ago. He's after the lead. And James McLeod and Alex Jones are on the bottom in 3rd and 4th. Then I have nobody to help on this spot right here. The 2 Dodgers are up behind the 2 leaders. But Danny Wells just wants to try to stay up front. Dillon Young trying to get another win here at Daytona. You got to keep an eye on those 2 car tandems behind them of teammates. One out of McDonald Racing and the other one out of Turner Scott Motorsports. But Dillon Young, Danny Wells, what are they going to do here as we're coming to the white flag here to end the Subway Firecracker 250. Justin Williams, I guess, on pit road again. 1 lap to go here for Danny Wells and Dillon Young. McLeod is still trying to clear for 3rd. He doesn't have enough help from his teammate Alex Jones. He needs a push to get up to them to battle for the win. The 29 will not be a problem. They're 3 wide back there for 4th. It looks like it's going to be a 3-car race for the win. Dillon Young, Danny Wells, and James McLeod. Who is going to win this? We're about to find out. Wells is holding on. And here comes Dillon Young to the inside with help from James McLeod. And that's the car I think he actually drag raced last season for the win. Deja vu. Dillon Young has the lead with help from James McLeod. They're coming off the final corner. Dillon Young, get some help. Here comes James McLeod to the inside. They're coming to the line. It's going to be a drag race. At the line, it's Dillon Young in a photo finish for 2 seasons in a row here at Daytona. I would have never thought that would have happened 2 times in a row. McLeod almost got to him and almost picked up his first win, but Dillon Young wins this event for the 2nd season in a row. He's going back to victory lane at Daytona. He takes the Firecracker 250, whatever the hell it's called, the Subway Firecracker 250. I would have never thought in a million years it would have been that 64 and that 5 car again. And then the 34 jumped in there. Just, wow. I would have never thought. Dillon Young barely hung on. He's going to win here at Daytona, edging out James McLeod. Wow. Now I have to get my nerves back after that. But this race is now official. Whatever. Dillon Young is going back to victory lane. How about that? Dillon Young, another driver that's really struggled this season, I believe, in points coming into today's race. Actually, Dillon came here 12th in the points, so Dillon probably be in the top 10 in points after this win. That's huge for Dillon Young. Congrats to him and that 64 team. James McLeod, it looks like this team's finally getting somewhere. They're on a roll. I mean, it's 4 consecutive top 10s. His first top 5 of the season. And James has to be gaining a lot of momentum. I mean, that's going to hurt to let that one go, but this might help them in the future. We'll have to wait and see. Danny Wells looked like he's going to be in the spot. He just couldn't hang on that time. He was in Charles Jackson's spot from a season ago in that 3-car. Or not 3-car, 5-car. There was a 3-car in that battle. I don't even remember. I just know that 5 was in there somewhere. That might have been the actual case now that I think about it. It might have been the 3 in the 64 last season, but the 5 was pushing the 3 or something. I don't know, but and I know Sean Henley was in it. But anyway, I'm blabbering. But Danny gets 3rd today. Chris Dollerton, good run for him in 4th. Alex Jones gets a 5th place run. That's huge for him in points. Like I said, he could possibly be up there almost at the points lead. It's going to be really close to him and Richard Johnson. Joshua Osborne, who looked like he had a dominant car right there near the end. Got Freight Train at the end. Had to battle his teammate Alex Jones. They had to avoid Cole Daly. Ends up 6th. Richard Johnson solidly in 7th. I really want to say that's a new points lead. We'll have to wait and see. Michael Norman in 8th. Good run for him. Rohit Baderview 9th. And Daniel Hummel rounds out the top 10. The rest of your top 20 are Charles Jackson, Austin Ogo, Aaron Williams Jr., Ryan Juke, Joshua Collard, Sam Young, Anthony McCurry, Tim Walsh, Sean Henley, and Randy Carpenter your top 20. Look through the rest of your field. Jake Rogers, Sean Galligan, Steven Gonzalez, Justin Williams on the lead lap. 24 cars. Cole Daly went a lap down. Don't know what happened to him. Ryan Acosta was a lap down. And then there's the rest of your field that's out of the race. Whew, that was a crazy finish though for sure. I want to go back and take a look at that before we end this video. That was a pretty good race there at the end. As you see here coming to the line, Dillon Young actually poked out of the line. He went straight up with Danny Wells and kind of just left the bottom open for McLeod. But McLeod just didn't have enough time to get there. He was gaining big time on that 64. As I'm slowing it up a little bit if you can see it. And there is a difference. For the winner here at Daytona, Dillon Young, by almost a full car length. McLeod was coming, just couldn't gain enough ground on him. But that's still a great run for McLeod and Dillon Young. Both of them needed good runs, and they got them. Dollar to another driver, Danny Wells, helping him out, as well as Jones back there. Osborne got a good run, so a lot of drivers needing good runs, got them today. That was a great finish, though, for sure. And still, congrats to Dillon Young on that. Alright, guys. That is it from Daytona today. Thanks again for watching today, the Subway Firecracker 250 here for the Mopar Nationwide Series. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and just let everybody know the rosters could be shaken up a little bit pretty soon. Some drivers might be getting kicked out, so we'll have to wait and see till after Christmas. So, in other words, thanks again for watching, and congrats one last time to Dillon Young and the 64 Aspen Dental's team for winning today's race, and I will see you guys next time here for the Mountain Race Series coming up at Daytona as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.